All right, here we are. Okay, 2-4 day 1. If you haven't taken the ACT yet, one of these I can pretty much guarantee is going to be on there. They always put this on there.
I haven't taken the ACT yet.
Okay, you haven't?
I did.
Or if you're planning on taking it again, maybe you'll get it right this time.
I am.
All right, we are going to be solving right triangles. And we did some of this back in geometry. What it means to solve a right triangle is find all the missing parts. Find all missing parts. How many parts are on a triangle? 6. So they are going to give you 3 parts, one of them being the right angle. You've got to find the other 3. Okay, this is easy stuff. It's all SOHCAHTOA stuff. So I'm going to start one out where I give you the triangle. Is this what?
Why did you put that? How should I put this?
SOHCAHTOA?
Is this going to be like a column?
Nope.
Are you going to put stuff underneath?
Nope, nope, no I'm not.
Oh.
You're saying I left a big space under there that you didn't like.
Well, no, I just don't understand why you put that.
Because that's what I'm going to refer to when I solve it.
Just putting it there correct.
So right triangle. (36 degrees, 20 minutes) and 964 meters here. You can always usually find something without any trig. What part can I solve without any trig? Kenley?
Oh, I guess you could do angle B.
I could do angle B. How do you get angle B?
Add numbers and learn.
Add 90 to the 36 degrees, 20 minutes, and then subtract it from 180.
You know the 3 angles of any triangle add up to 180. But if we're doing all right triangles, and there's 90 used up here, what do these two have to add up to? 90. So I could just subtract this one from 90 and save just a little bit of work there. So I'm going to choose to do that.
I'm an overachiever.
You are. But the 180 trick always works for every triangle. This trick we're going to do only works for right triangles. When 90 is used up there, you know there's 90 left for these two. So 90 minus 36 degrees, 20 minutes. And when they give you an angle in degrees and minutes, you give the other angle back in degrees and minutes. So that's just calculator work. Do you want to practice it?
I'm good.
I did it.
I need to know what it is. I know it's going to be 40 minutes.
Degrees, 40 minutes.
How many?
53.
53 degrees, 40 minutes. Okay, so we've got angle B done. Now we're going to do a little bit of SOHCAHTOA to find, what 2 sides am I going to find? What do I call this side over here if it's across from angle A? Little a. And the other side is little b. Okay. Just in case we made a mistake here, if you can help it, try not to use the answers that you found in case you made a mistake. So I'm not going to use the 53/40. I'm going to plant myself right here on angle A that was given to me. Okay. What side do I know? What is this 964 sitting on? Hypotenuse. If I wanted to find little a, what side is that compared to angle A? Is that the adjacent or is that the opposite? That's the opposite because it's across from me. So which trig function is going to help us solve for little a? OH. The O and the H, this is the reason why O and H goes with sine. So there's a reason why I wrote that, so I would know which trig function I'm going to use. So it's the sine of what? Which is exactly 36 degrees, 20 minutes, equals, how does my ratio have to go over here?
A over 90.
I have to go opposite as the A over 964. Okay. Well, because these are proportions, I just like to put this over 1, and then I know I'm just going to do cross products. cross products are equal, so the A is getting multiplied by the 1, that's A, equals, and then it's 964 multiplied by the sine of 3620. And we do sig-fig answers. Well, this book does the significant figures. I know. So all I'm going to say is because the hypotenuse was only had 3 sig figs, each leg is only going to have 3 sig figs. What does this come out to 3 sig figs?
I don't know.
571.
This is a lot of work.
Yep, there are. You got to find 3 parts. So now I've still got to find little b. So now I'm going to set up another trig problem. So I'm going to stand myself back on A, because I know that angle. What side is B compared to where I'm standing? That's the adjacent leg. It's touching. Adjacent is touching. And hypotenuse, I'll keep using the hypotenuse. So which trig function is going to help me get little b? The A, adjacent, and hypotenuse goes with cosine. So now we'll set up a cosine.
Wait, what are we trying to find?
Little b. Because that'll be our third part.
Little b?
So it's cosine. What?
I have a question from the B.
No, I'm standing on A, where I'm standing.
Still standing.
Yes, because I know A, I'm going to stand on A. I always stand on the one they give me, if I can help it. Yes.
Okay, going back to the one before that,
Mhm.
sine. I typed that in my calculator and I got like negative 900 something.
Check your mode. Press the mode button, see if you're in radian or degree. Is it in radian?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime you're getting goofball, check the mode, because if the calc kids are grabbing these calculators off the back wall, they're going to switch it to radian mode
Well,
on
I
you.
was trying to show Kelsey what happened and I
Oh.
switched it.
Oh.
So it's supposed to be in degrees?
Yes.
Okay.
These are degrees we are given. So then we've got little b over 964. Put a 1 under there, and it's cross products again. So b gets multiplied by 1. That's equal to this cross product. Did anybody type in 964 times the cosine of that angle?
Good job.
777?
Yeah.
Those are some lucky numbers. Okay, so how can I make these challenging? I can't really, but we're going to do a couple more together. What's coming up on Monday and the rest of the, after today, is all story problems. That's where the challenge comes in. Yes.
Yeah, wait. What's the answer?
777.
Is A the answer too,
Oh, all 3. This was an answer, this was an answer, and this was an answer. We solved the triangle. You have to find all the missing parts.
Wait, what was the
Remember
answer?
geometry?
I can't hear you, Austin.
That what, in geometry, that one chapter that we did with only 30 problems, I failed.
Oh, well,
We can't do that.
we will. What?
I didn't even know you taught geometry. I would never. Yeah, my brother has her. Why did I even stay with her?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay. The measure of angle C is 90 degrees. Little c is 46.3 centimeters. And little a is 18.9 centimeters. Your goal is to solve the triangle.
We should draw one.
Absolutely draw a right triangle.
Good job, Kim. Good call.
C is the 90. Does it matter where we put the A and the B?
No.
It doesn't matter. So you could put the A in one spot, I could put the A in the other spot, we're still going to get the same answers. I'm going to choose to put A down here, B up here. Once I've established the A and B, now where little a goes matters. Where is my little a going to go?
Between C and B.
Yes, across from big A between C and B. So this is my 18.9. C is across from the 90 here, 46.3. Our goal is to solve the triangle. There's 3 missing parts. I'm missing little b, and I'm missing the two angles. We could get little b with what?
Just Pythagorean.
Pythagorean theorem. I don't want to do Pythagorean theorem because I know you're good at that. I want to practice the trig stuff. So you could, if you wanted to, do Pythagorean theorem there and get b correct. So, but I'm not going to do that. So if I want to do some trig, I have to know an angle here. So let's find an angle first. So let me plant myself on, I got to find A, I'm going to plant myself on A. Okay, what side is the 18.9 on compared to A? Opposite. Across from is opposite. What side is the 46.3 on? Hypotenuse. Which trig function works with opposite and hypotenuse? O and H. So we're going to set up the sine of what? A equals 18.9 over 46.3. I am looking for an angle measure, and I know the ratio.
You can put sine of A over 1.
What? You have to do the inverse. Yeah. We just had a quiz on this. If you're missing the angle, it's the inverse button. So if I do the inverse sine on both sides of this, those cancel, leaves me with the angle.
I'm not gonna remember to do that.
Yep, if you're missing an angle and you got to find it, it's the inverse. So type in the inverse sine of that fraction. And I don't know if we want, because we don't have an angle that's given, I don't know if the directions I think are degrees and minutes. So kick it into degrees and minutes. What do I got to do? The inverse? What mode am I in? I'm in degree. Inverse sine. What did you guys get?
Sine and degrees.
Yeah, I think degrees and minutes.
24 degrees, 5 minutes, 32
Power.
I don't know if that's right or not.
I got 24.09.
It's 24.
Yeah? So I got 24 degrees, 5 minutes, 32 seconds.
Wow.
More fancy.
Okay, the book answer will not be that. How many significant figures did I have? 3. So I need to round to this place right here. And I don't care if you get the significant figures right. I care that you came up with this, did the math. What's the book going to have for an answer?
24 degrees, 1 minute.
How about 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Because 5 is going to round that up to, the 0 is going to round up to a 1 because that's a 5.
What?
Like if I had,
Oh yeah, what?
if I had, let's just say I had a number, 205, and I wanted to round to this place.
Wait, why did you put 0, 5?
To show you, otherwise if I had just put 5 there, you wouldn't know what to do. But now that you can see that there's a tens place that I have to round to, it goes to 10.
Have to round to the 10th place?
You could, but it wouldn't be accurate because that would have 4 because that has 4 significant figures.
No. Why
Pretty
don't
sure.
you just write it like it is on the calculator?
You can.
Not
I'm just going to show you what the book is going to have for an answer. It's okay.
How did you go up 5?
It's okay.
How'd you get up?
I'm not going to go there. We're moving on.
Okay, so can the answer be 24 degrees, 5 minutes?
Yes, it can. You're perfectly fine with that.
Wow.
I'm putting that.
We still need to find
Oh,
B.
yeah, you got me a little flustered there. We still need to find, oh, we got to find everything else yet.
Taxi was
Angle B.
instantly panicked and don't know what to say.
How can I get angle B?
Because that doesn't
Right here. Oh, I had the answer. I knew it.
Definitely thought there was a comma.
So to get angle B, we're going to subtract from 90. What?
The class says she's recording both of you, so.
Whoa. Wait, are you recording for real?
I'm not wearing this because it looks good.
Okay, wait.
Yeah?
Where's the 32?
Where is, we rounded. It's gone. It's rounding and it's gone. There's zeros.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
What the heck, can it be 10, can it be 5 minutes? I put 5 minutes as my answer.
That's fine. You can go with the 24:05. You're perfectly fine with that. I should change this one so it doesn't come out there, but what's my, what do I got left here? 65? Okay. Now, to do the trig to find B, I have to use one of the angles that I just found. It doesn't matter which one. I said I avoid it if I can. Right now I can't avoid it. So I'm going to use the A, which I know is 2410. Oops, 2410. I want to involve the B. What side is the B if I'm standing on A? Adjacent. I have the option to use the hypotenuse or the opposite. Doesn't matter which one you want to go with. Opposite. So if we go with opposite and adjacent, which trig function? TOA. So I'm going to go with the tangent of the 2410. I now know what it is.
Okay, what are we trying to find right now?
Little b. It was the third piece. I found both angles. The last piece that was missing was little b.
But you can use 24, 5, 32?
Yes, you can use that.
Okay.
Okay, so tangent is what over what? Opposite is the 18.9. Over the adjacent is the b. So this time my letter ended up in the bottom of my fraction.
Who picked this one?
But it's okay. Still put it over 1 and I'm going to do cross products. The 18.9 is getting multiplied by 1. Well, that's 18.9. Equals the other cross product. I can't actually do anything but write down b multiplied by the tangent of 2410. How do I solve that for b? Divide by. So 18.9 divided by the tangent of 2410.
So it's not in degrees or minutes.
No, we're finding a side this time. And I was in wrong mode. What'd you guys get? Oh, 42.1?
I did have 5 minutes.
Oh, because I did the 10. So 42 point something.
1, 2.
And we're 3 sig figs.
Lexi must be 3.
Okay, let's go through one more together and then we'll be done. I think you'll have it by then. Thank God.
put that down. That's not yours. Okay. Take it back.
Here we go.
Throw it at Katie.
No, Katie's nice.
Angle A is 4220.
I really don't check on you in here now. Throw it at Katie.
I can't do this today.
Katie's a nice person.
Thanks, you are too, Matt Casey.
Why am I not a good person?
Because you're mean.
Alright. Okay.
Okay. So on a lot of these, you do have to draw your own triangle.
Yeah, that's nice.
So make yourself a nice right triangle.
Mine looks like a witch's name.
I thought you were going to say something else.
C is always going to be the right angle. They're never going to change that on you. And then A and B can go in either spot. And then it's label up the parts they give you, but make sure you get them in the right spot.
You favor that whole counterclockwise thing.
Do I?
Yeah, I don't like that.
220.
You're confusing.
Katie.
And then make sure you get little a where it belongs. Where does little a belong?
On the opposite.
On the opposite side from A. And then we got little b and little c. So there's 3 parts missing.
Let's find the angle B first.
B first, because that's easy. So 90 minus the 4220. That's going to end with something with a 40.
Angle B?
Yep, big B. $49? No?
47.
Yeah.
Yeah, 47.
47? No. Oh yeah, 7, 8, 9, yep.
47 degrees.
Yep. Okay. So, got B done. Now I'm going to stand. Where am I going to stand to figure out the rest of this? A is a good choice, so I stand here. The side that I have to work with is the 15.8. What side would you call that? Opposite. Would you like to find the adjacent or the hypotenuse first? Hypotenuse, okay. So which trig function is going to help you with that? Opposite and hypotenuse. The OH is sine. The sine of the angle I'm standing on, which I know is 4220. This is, what's the opposite from me? This is not little b. What's opposite from me if I'm standing here? 15.8.
I think we all just need to
Trying to find little B.
Eventually. Over hypotenuse. What's on the hypotenuse? C. I'm going to be able to find C with this setup. Could I have found B first? Yes. Put a 1 under there. Cross products. The 15.8 gets multiplied by the 1. C gets multiplied by the sine of 4220, and I don't want to pick up a calculator just yet. How do I solve for C?
Divide by sine.
Divide by the sine. 4220. Just calculator work to get C.
You'll be doing like your insect.
Had a statement, and it was a nice statement.
What if you didn't like it?
23.5.
23.5?
God, I was actually going to do that one too.
Oh.
Sorry, Nat Slacker. You can't all be winners.
Okay.
Oh.
Are we done with this problem?
No.
No, what haven't we found?
Little B.
Little b. Go back and stand on A.
Little B.
Let's not use the hypotenuse, because we did the work there. Maybe Lexi was wrong. I don't want to use the 23.5.
Oh, let's be real here.
Okay, so we will work with opposites, and I need to find B. What side is B on compared to where I'm standing? Adjacent. So opposite and adjacent is
Toa.
TOA.
Oh, wait a minute.
Close.
Tangent 4220. And you have to set it up. Opposite over adjacent. What's on the opposite side is the 15.8. Over the adjacent is the little b. So sometimes your letter's in the top of your proportion, sometimes it's in the bottom. And at some point you'll be able to skip this middle step on the proportions. But for now, 15.8 gets multiplied by 1. And b is getting multiplied by the tangent of 4220. And now I can easily see, to figure out b, I've got to divide by the tangent of 4220. And 3 sig fig answer?
17.3.
17.3 sounds good. Okay, your assignment.
Can we just not have an assignment today?
Oh, you are going to have an assignment today.
Maybe a short one.
But it's Friday and it's rainy out and everyone's tired.
Maybe it's
Maybe a short one this course, please.
What's short?
I
like a few problems.
Like, you stop right there.
Wait, take forever for it. Stop.
No, some of our story problems, we only got to find one part, but the picture's already there.
I'm not even.
You're all good. Quit your whining. Work hard in this world. You get nowhere being lazy.